It's not showing yet when we refresh.
Yeah, what's going on?
What time?
Something wrong with it, or?
No, I think they just hadn't both joined the race room, so they couldn't. Oh, we are actually being heard on screen. I sort of thought we were just talking to each other.
Okay, it's back up now. Hey, is it not working for you?
Yeah, looks fine.
Got a 20-second countdown here. Race 2 is about to be on the way. 5, 4, 3, 2. And we're off. Here we go, race number 2. If you want a third race, you better be cheering for BT here.
Guys, raced 100% no Up+A at AGDQ, I believe it was 2018. Third runner in that race was Random Effect, who I believe knocked you out of this tournament, Rando the Commando.
I won't talk about that. No, just kidding. Nah, it was pretty good races though, and he did good. He did good.
Yeah, so Ari and BT and JSR raced Hundo at GDQ. BT also was raised low percent with Lack and Unos a year or two later. The years run together at this point.
No first bomb for either one of them this time.
Oh.
And no manips, and they're about synced up here going into this next room.
BT leading by tiles. It'll change quickly.
This next room's really going to determine who's going to get the lead because the pattern's here. Both got pretty similar crappy patterns.
Yeah.
Cooperated a little bit better for JSR, so.
JSR gets out a little bit faster, but they're in the basement at the same time. It's not a big gap.
Nope, not at all.
And this time BT has 7 bombs, JSR has 4. If JSR is working a count to force here, yeah.
Ooh, he bombed right in front of him. That was kind of risky.
Oh, I think I was looking away, but based on the drops I saw, I think BT tried to force more bombs and accidentally got fairies. Or maybe he was trying for a rupee, but
he got that fairy explosion.
Either way, I doubt he wanted to drop a bomb and get fairies. He probably was hoping for either lucky bombs from the Dark Nuts or just a... BT doing a little few pumps there, so what he said about avoiding pumps, he's not sticking to completely, but...
Uh-oh. JSR got... Oh, he got it, though, with no bombs, and BT's out quickly, and he's going to take a little bit of a lead here.
This is very close. Did JSR not get the... JSR didn't get the manhandle bomb, but his count has to be high.
Yeah, he got a hard drop.
Yeah, but he didn't get hit during the fight, so it can't be... He did... He forced a bomb on the Dark Nuts after the raft, so he might have come in on a 0 count, but even then, his count can't be that low.
Let's see if he tries to drop a bomb on the Vires here and force off of them. That's exactly what he did. We got double bombs.
And he got a lucky bomb on top of the horse. That's nice. He's in good shape now.
Still let BT get a little bit more of a lead there just because he had to do that, but still very close. Now he's trying to force some rupees. Oh, did he force another bomb drop though?
In a race, you want to favor bombs over rupees because if you run out of rupees, you have to grab an extra secret that takes 7 seconds. If you run out of bombs, it can just be infinite time depending on where you are in the run. So you will see people forcing more bombs during races than in the early game than they would in PB attempts often.
Uh-oh. BT's in trouble. He needs to force.
Oh, yeah, that's not good. You need 3 bombs here to continue. JSR gets... meanwhile, sets up the clock chance. He gets it. He forces at the end of the room. While they're tied at the ladder, JSR's actually way ahead because BT needs to solve this bomb problem.
Yeah. He's going to have to try to force in the Vire room again, but we're going to have to see how that works out for him, because if he doesn't get it, then it's going to cost him a lot of time.
Oh.
Where's he going? I'm not sure what he's doing here.
Are we going to the Manhandle of Doom?
Well, he's going to try to kill some buyers in this room, maybe.
Right. Or maybe he's just going to try and bomb this Manhandle.
Okay.
Scary.
Oh my goodness.
God.
Oh no. Oh no. Paul strats. Something. Okay, got him.
Okay. Still not out of the woods. He still has to...
Yeah, he still has no bombs, which that's going to cost him a lot of time.
I think going this way costs a key too, but he'll figure that out later. The way this is how the error key was discovered was going. AMAC many years ago was doing no reset runs and stuck to his guns after being in a situation like that. Went through the Manhandle of Doom and went the way you just saw BT go. And Error 72 was watching him and said, "Wait, if you come in from the top, the Vires seem a lot easier to bomb." And they timed it out and found out that key was faster than the key in level 1 that they were getting at the time. So that's why we call it the error key, because.
Nice.
Because Error came up with it.
Here, I thought it meant something completely different.
Oh yeah, I mean, because Error's handle doesn't really sound like a name, so people have to make other guesses. But yeah, it's a person.
Alright, well, BT's out of 4, but he's out of bombs, so we're going to have to see what he does. You think he makes the beeline for level 2, or if he's going to try to just go to 1 and maybe hope for 1 off the Octo? No, he's going to 2.
He's going to go 3-4-2. The 3-4-2 routes aren't that bad. The problem is the resource pressure is awkward, but we already have a resource problem that needs to be solved. So what he'll do is he'll go to 2, which you can do with 0 bombs and leave with bombs, and then he'll do 5 and then 1, and will converge with JSR at the magical sword likely, unless he does something else weird, which sometimes he does.
Yeah, so he won't have to do the world wrap coming out of 7 later. He can go straight to 6, or straight to the mags. So this should definitely make things interesting a little bit, seeing a divergence in routes. This is where I would just totally freeze up and just not really know what exactly to do, because having to change the route up and just mess my game up entirely.
Grabbing the Armos, which often you don't need on these routes, although he is kind of low on rupees, so maybe farming and doing 1 is not something you need to worry about. He wants to worry about. So I also don't know how sharp he is on this route. He probably did in practice. I didn't watch all of his streams, but.
TSR got his Triforce in 1, and now he's also on his way in to go to 2. He's only got 12 rupees this time. I would imagine he would pick up the Armos 30 on his way to 2 this time around.
Yeah, in a race, probably.
Oh, we messed up his desert scroll there. So
Yeah.
gonna need a little bit more of that.
That's why when someone said how do you screen scroll consistently, I said when you find out, let us know. Because, but
even the pros mess up time to time. Don't really want to pick up a clock in the rope rooms. It slows you down, especially when you.
I mean, there are certain circumstances where the clock can be okay, but usually it just makes them spread out and worse.
And he gets the troll Dongo, who's like, I'm not facing you, and I'm gonna turn, and I'm gonna keep turning, and just make you use all your bombs.
Who's winning? Probably JSR. They're on different routes. So JSR has beaten level 1, BT has not. BT's beaten level 2, JSR's on his way to beating level 2. Question here, will BT remember to get the rock heart? Because it's
Ooh, good question.
a little unnatural on this route. Oh, he should know his global now from those 2 hearts. Let's see if he may try to farm it. Oh, he's only at 5 bombs, that's a problem.
Oh, and he got bopped there when he was trying to force, so now he's in the lucky bomb. Oof.
I mean, bombing there, I guess he probably bombed because it would be fast. It would be faster to bomb than to stab, but he didn't get the he didn't get the lucky drop, so he's in a worse situation than he would have been from stabbing. But he is remembering this heart, so he should be able to get the magical sword.
Yeah, I mean, he's still got enough bombs for 5. He's just gonna probably have to kill the first Gibdo, and hopefully force in Blue Lagoon or Olive Garden.
He's going to level 1 next, so it's not absolutely imperative that he be at full bombs at the end of 5, but he'd rather be at 6 than 2, just so, because going to 7 after 1, and you don't want to have to spend too much time forcing more resources in 1.
Yeah, all that time trying to get bombs is pretty much allowing JSR to kind of be right there with them going into 5. You definitely would rather always have full bombs.
But on the route JSR's on, it's more important. He'll leave 5 with 7 bombs unless something has gone wrong. On the route BT is doing, probably try to leave with full bombs, but if not, he can get more in 1, because the level 7 takes a lot of bombs, so that's the concern in terms of bomb routing.
Yeah, you need exactly 7 bombs for level 7, and then you really kind of hope to force one off one of the red gorillas so you have a bomb for 6. Just grabbing that bomb from the Gibdo. Still only going to have 4 for the Olive Garden, which is not really what you want. I don't know what his count is. I wonder if he's going to try to go to the south room to build up his count some more. If he
question check, and you only get bombs from the red gorilla. You can get bombs from any enemy that drops if you force on a 10 count, but random bombs there are enemy groups that drop different things, and yes, orange gorillas are one of the bomb droppers. Blue gorillas are a health dropping group, as are blue dark nuts.
Oh, nice. He gets that force, which is good because he needed it on low bombs. He doesn't really need to be using any more bombs because he doesn't have that Gibdo to grab on the way out.
And JSR having a nice clean Olive Garden too.
Yeah, JSR is pretty much a level ahead of BT at this point, since BT has to go back for level 1. And then he has to do some overworld travels.
Yeah, that's a good point in chat. Because JSR is only looking at certain points in the race, he might think he's behind, because if he looks over and sees BT in 5, he might also figure I don't know if he's watching BT's stream or the restream. It's possible he could see exactly what's going on, but it is also possible for him to be confused and think he's behind.
You kind of want to hope that if you're BT, because it might put a little bit of pressure on JSR and cause him to make a mistake.
Or could cause him to turn on the afterburners and just destroy you. We'll see what happens.
That too. Anything can happen when you're you feel like you're behind and you're trying to go fast.
BT typing in the ZSR chat that he's speaking. The reason BT has one more heart than JSR is because he's done the coast already. JSR will get hearts off the coast after level 7. So when they get to the magical sword, they'll be on the same route. Types in the GSR chat, type while pulls stab, and I can confirm that I actually saw him typing on his own face cam while he was going through the pulse voice room.
You can tell by his face, he's not happy.
Oh, he's grabbing white sword. That's interesting.
Is he? Or, yeah, maybe he's just gonna. No, he's not. He's just gonna scroll to 1.
You know what he's doing. Rooslugs did routed it this way in his race against BT. There are a few different 3-4-2 routes. This is kind of, I think Rue did this instead of whistling because he was kind of improvising, couldn't remember it. But this is best of 3. This is race 2, and JSR won the first race. So. Yeah, that's just another way to get to level 1. I don't know if he's gonna do red candle or well, he got the raft heart, so he must be doing red candle. On the blue candle 3-4-2 route, you get the lake heart instead.
JSR completing his shopping, and he's about to go to level 7. He's got 18 arrows, which is plenty for the river room. BT playing the recorder for the Salphos. When you're on a route where you have your menu to recorder in a place that you're not used to, you can accidentally recorder at walls anytime, but it's particularly when you're flexing like this, it's easy to get confused, and that did cost him a couple seconds. If you watch any of Why Must You Hate Me's PB attempts, usually there's one in every one of them. So
remember, Four Eyes Steven had like 3 extra whistles in his sub 30 because he whistled the wrong way on the way out of A and had to fix it, and he didn't actually get carried away, but he had to whistle a bunch of. There was like a whole concert on the way to 9.
Hey, it's free time save, right, for next PB.
Steven did say he might come back in this game again, but he wanted to join the tournament, but he was too busy, which was true of a lot of people. BT was one of the few people who was like, hell yeah, I'll derust. It's great to have him in.
Just means we got to have another tournament next month.
Well,
maybe not next month, but
let's take a breather. But
sure, people have summer plans. So.
JSR to the red candle. BT's just gonna whistle to 4, I guess. You can also clip around the north side of the lake. I think it's about the same time. Although if he recorders, it might be faster to go this way.
He's definitely recording here.
In fact, I bet it is. It's because I think when we timed that out, that was not on the radar.
What does food do other than get eaten by a gorilla? I'll let you answer that one.
It can also be used to bait certain enemies if you're in a room with, let's see, gorillas, moblins, octoroks. There's some enemies it affects and some enemies it doesn't. And the way it basically interrupts the targeting system. So instead of bouncing between Link and a position across the room, which we call anti-Link. It'll just be fixed to the meat, so whenever the enemy's turn timers go off, they'll turn towards it, so they converge on it. You don't see that much in the speedrun, although there's a backup strat that involved it, but
JSR gets a smoke on the Dodongo back there, and then also has a very clean reverse C room, so he's going to be leaving 7 with a good amount of bombs here.
And if the question was why JSR threw down the meat at Dig Dogger, that was so the fireball would hit him. It's a time buffer, so and the fireball does less damage than the Dig Dogger, so if the Dig Dogger's in the door, you can just boot through that way.
So JSR is at a 7. He's gonna do his world wrap and
yeah. BT will not do the world wrap. He will just walk to the graveyard, which I think is about 45 seconds faster than doing the whole world wrap. So subtract 45 seconds from JSR's apparently, but he's still ahead.
yeah, he's probably like maybe 2 minutes ahead at this point. We'll know a lot more accurately once JSR picks up the mags, and then Druislets in chat for the red candle. So we got
great question. Where is the 3-headed Gleeok? It's in level 6. Hopefully we won't see it because JSR has bombs, so he'll be able to bomb the wall. It needs to be bombed on the standard route, and well, we'll see what BT's bomb situation is like.
JSR with a potential sub 30 mags grab. I think it was like 20:05. So.
Oh yeah, good finish. That could 29. Oh, meanwhile, BT had 0 keys because of going the long way in 4. He's going to have to go left at the beginning of level 6. Add a little time.
Go right at the beginning of level 6.
Yeah, left, right. Go left is the way you normally go. He'll have to go the other way.
Yeah, just to grab the key in the first room. I'll give him an opportunity to maybe get a couple extra bombs from the Wizzies.
Justin asking how new is the Armos entry strat. I want to say it was in the last year or two because it wasn't in the first 27s, but it was in the more recent world records. Like the Strixel figured it out after they got the first 327s.
So BT pick up his try and level 7. So JSR was like a 20:05-ish max grab, so pretty close to 2 minutes behind.
I think BT needs JSR to die to stay in this at this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even if he runs out of bombs and has to go to get a secret and go to a bomb shop, he can probably still.
Yeah.
That might make it close, but it's still not going to be enough, probably.
Yeah, you probably want JSR if BT. He's gonna want him to want to die somewhere towards the end of 9, maybe like in the reverse C room, so JSR has to go back and get silvers. Because even if JSR dies after picking up silvers, depending on where BT is if he can probably still win this.
Yeah, but I mean, bad things can happen in level 9, so don't write anyone out. Don't write anyone off until.
That's for sure. Do you want to go back for that bomb? No.
Yeah, it's a tough call. In a PB attempt, definitely not. It's a long walk. In a race, I don't know. I mean, you're kind of likely to get the bombs you need between here and there, and I guess if you don't, you can things you can do, but
I don't know if BT's watching, but so if he knows he's as far as behind as he is, he probably skipped it because of that.
I'm sure BT is watching in as much as he's typed in ZSR chat during the race. I don't know how closely he's watching.
JSR not having as clean as Olive Garden or Blue Lagoon rooms as he did first round, but probably a little bit more careful this time around.
Yeah.
I'm sure he knows at this point he's probably taking a peek at his lead.
I think he looks at the end of 8, so look over and see BT in 6. And
Yeah. Now, if it was me, if I knew I had that big of a lead, I would grab potion just because like you said, anything can happen in 9.
Yeah.
But these runners, I doubt they're gonna do it.
I mean, he might. Issue is if you're not used to having potion, it's a nuisance to have in your inventory, and he really shouldn't need it at his level, so he
Probably not.
Yeah.
The good old days on my PB attempts where I would grab potion and be like,
Yep.
It's a cakewalk from there.
You walk into the mummy without getting hit. Well, some enemies, most enemies, like, with a couple of exceptions, have iframes. So if you stab the Gibdo, you can get through the iframes. BT into Lagoon 1, meanwhile JSR into level 9.
And he
It's the
does
force
a
and the
force.
Yep.
BT's got a clean Blue Lagoon 1, full hearts. And JSR can really just take it easy from here, not try to do anything crazy, and he should.
I think you'll still see him do advanced strats because it's kind of hard to slow down to be careful. So a lot of times slowing down will get you hurt because you're doing a strat you haven't done in a while. But, he actually is doing the safer strat in the next room though, so he does know how far out he is.
It's still fast.
The bottom strat can be quite fast. It's a little bit faster to go in the center. RC Drone used to always go to the bottom. He world record. He had the last world record without a manip in it, as a matter of fact. And he also wanted to de-rest for this tournament, but was just too busy at work with it. So we're all adults, unfortunately.
Adulting sucks. Ooh, misdropped a bomb there, so there's a bomb short than he was. Oh, we got the beam strapped
Nice.
in the reverse seat room there. Look at that.
Beautiful. And he didn't even take damage.
No.
And sometimes you take damage just kind of as part of that strat, but he will probably damage boost through Patra unless he gets a very strong. But that is a easily sub 30 pace silver arrow.
Yep. Gonna need about 3 or 4 Ganon hugs to bring BT back in this game here.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes, sir. Good shot at a 29.4x here. Hang on, the Patron Ganon.
probably will see a fast patcher, I would imagine, with that many hearts.
Yeah.
Maybe. Depends.
I mean, you can bail on it if you got a pad pattern, but
Yeah.
nah, he's just gonna play it safe.
Yeah, he tried to do the grayscale, but he missed the bomb drop. So that's points taken away right there. Now we're gonna need an arrow swag, or we just might have to DQ him.
Eh. It's one hit. The fireball. 2.
And
JSR is heading to the finals.
should be a good
GG's.
one.
That is a low 4x.
We got a Druis and a Yumi bot with that one, right?
We got a 29.42 race time, 29.40 on SRC time. JSR will be joining us in here in a moment, and T finishing out his run.
Oh, well, you need to submit your new time then, Druis. Unless you didn't record it. If it's not recorded, it doesn't count.
James, GG.
Hey, thank you, John.
GG's, man. That was great races, both of them.
Well, thank you. I definitely wanted to do my best tonight. I mean, BTs and I, we've known each other for years, and for the longest time when I was learning this game, I used to look up at the leaderboard and see his time up there, and you know, he's helped to pioneer a lot of strats and a lot of the different techniques that we've used over the years to help improve the speedrun, and he, you know, is a formidable foe and somebody I'm very honored to have had the chance to race against.
And it's great to see you guys racing again, because both of you have been away from the game for a while, and my clever plan to have a tournament and bring people back worked a little bit.
But no, this was kind of fun for a couple of reasons. We had raced at AGDQ 2020, or excuse me, 2018, and I died to Manhandla in that race, so I never really had a chance.
I mentioned that you raced. I forgot about the Manhandla death.
Yeah, it was a good race. I mean, I was able to kind of keep pace, but BT was just on his game, and he's always been like that. He's such one of the legends in this game. So I'm just glad I was able to give him a competitive race.
Manhandla almost caused you a problem here on the second race.
Yeah, I was a little iffy. I wasn't really on my best game, and it kind of clicked. I'd say halfway through the second race is when I finally started feeling like I was playing well, because I was not playing well today. My scrolls were bad, my movement was bad, and I was worried because you're going up against BTs, but
yeah, I remember you missed a desert scroll. Saw that.
Speaking of going up against BT, Ganon taking a loss to BT, and
GG.
GG's. Oh.
32-26 to finish it out. And we have BT, aka Breasticle, in comms with us. GG, sir.
GG's, BT.
Hoy hoy. GG.
GG's.
It's always fun to play some Zelda.
Yeah, and it's so great to see you playing Zelda again. Tell us about your feelings about these races.
I just, honestly, I'm pretty happy with my performance overall. Not much time spent derusting or practicing like that I would like to have done. I really want to get back into this game. I was just waiting to get a controller, and I think I got that squared away, and just really excited to kind of just derust and play and just do
Ooh,
all
are
of
we
these
gonna-
races.
Are we going to see some BTPB attempts coming up?
Probably not in this category, but yeah, there's a lot of Zelda to play out there.
Fair
What
enough. There are a
category
lot
are you
of
thinking about?
I've never done second quest.
Oh,
Ooh.
never. Nice.
BT second quest runs. I have been waiting a long time to see those. That is exciting.
It'd be like no routing understood. Don't even know what to kill. That'd be great.
I was
look like
actually
Yubi out
practicing
there.
level 9 second quest before we did this commentary, and just kind of.
And JSR, you did second quest for your AVGN trials. Tell people about that, because I think you're about to wrap that up. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm actually been going the final game, which is Akari Warriors, and it's doing the no ABBA run, and it's absolutely kicking my butt. But I can say ass on this channel. That's right. It's kicking my ass. And it's been a lot of fun though, and it's kind of like the epitome of the trials. And every single game I've chosen, I've tried to pick a challenge. And when Zelda was on the docket, I wanted to do second quest, and I can tell you, it was a lot of fun to learn. It is a completely different beast. Level 5 got me in every single attempt, and
Oh man.
it's a fun speed run, but it is a lot tougher than it looks, and I want to take a crack at that again at some point. So I'm excited for you're taking it on.
And JSR, you've said you're gonna go for 27 this year, right?
I'm hoping to. I also kind of want to go back to Hundo a little bit.
Yeah.
With the whole Mamba route that I was able to work out, it is a little bit faster in any percent, but it's not fast enough to make it really viable, I think. But in Hundo, I think there's a lot of wiggle room there because it kind of reroutes the entire category. So I kind of want to see what's possible there.
It would be interesting to look at. The concern I'd have is that you have to run all over the map in Hundo anyway, so there's not a lot of time saved for money making game. I know in Up+A 100%, it's like 7 seconds faster to do extra MMG rather than get the Northeast 100. So if you can get that consistent, there'll be a payoff. But it's
Wait, is that Hundo no Up+A?
Yes.
Oh
yeah. I was talking about Up+A 100% for money making game. He's talking about manipulating money making game into no Up+A Hundo.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna be fruitful. It really just comes down to your overworld scrolling, and once you've been playing it, a good 5 years now, then you should be really. There's free time out there. That's all I'm gonna say. Since we raced this at GDQ, there's a lot of free time out there.
Exactly. But no, it was like I was saying when I first came in, man. It was an honor to get to finally race you. We've been in tournaments together for years. We never got to race. I think this is the first time we've ever raced. We haven't even raced in Rando before. I don't think.
Oh yeah, I can't even think of it. We only raced live and this one time.
Yeah.
You guys did some practice races before that AGDQ.
Oh yeah. We've raced on like
green room,
just fun races a lot.
Practice room, yeah.
That barely counts.
No, it's been really great watching other people take the reins of Zelda, really away from Lack Attack, but just the newest generation of Zelda runners and seeing all the cool names popping up all the time. And it just really warms my heart to see the community thrive. I think it's just really great, and I think JSR is like a huge part of that. He's kind of
absolutely
the center point of like all of the no Up+A runs and the manipulations, and it's just really cool to just be a part of this and just kind of sit back and watch and experience it, maybe even get back into it.
Yeah, I know for myself, I really appreciate like the tutorials that you old school people throw out there. It just really helps us learn the speed runs and get better at it. So appreciate the work you guys put in those.
I appreciate that, BTs. That really means a lot to hear that, man. Like, thank you, dude. And like I was saying before, you've done a lot for this game too, man. And if you ever decide you want to mess with the manips, I'd be more than happy to show you whatever I can help you with. But it's come a long way thanks to people like Shixal and Orel and GM and Lack, myself, a few others have been really digging into it. Dr. Blue. So there's a lot of cool strats out there now.
There's just no time to learn all of that before this tournament, and didn't really want to try and get myself into a bad position, changing around my muscle memory, right? But I am researched up and watched your videos, your tutorial video, and I'd like to take the patience and the time to see where that goes. But I think you're on the right track to getting to an even greater place with this game.
Thanks. It's a challenge. I don't know if I'm gonna still pursue the whole manip to the recorder stuff that I was trying to mess with a few years ago, but I would like to see what else is possible with this at some point. You know, there's I think the manip in general is just, you know, it's such a new thing still. I mean, I literally just fell on the first pattern I found, and that's what we still use. Like, there's got to be other patterns out there or other setups, maybe backups to take it as far as we can. And it may not be me that figures that out, but I'm sure somebody at some point. Because this game is just a wonderful speedrun, man. There's just so much to it.
Maybe one of the premier bracket runners figures that out. I mean, you know, Green Mario was on Blue Ring last time you did a tournament. So last time we had a tournament in this category. So the runners of tomorrow are already here. We just don't know who they are.
Props to the people that have the patience to go through and find out those manips, because it's to me it's like unbelievable how y'all figure that out.
Oh man, like props to people who can sit here for 65 minutes and watch people play and ramble about Zelda. I think it says a lot, you know. Thanks for coming out here and
I would like to
about
think
us.
we made the watching the race pleasant and easy enough that it would not be comparable to grueling routing projects, but your mileage may vary.
No, I mean, it's just like, you know, for us, I think, you know, this is golf. Like, we're playing against ourselves and you're watching that, and I can't like reach over and like smack his controller out of his hand. Like, there's nothing we can do to each other. You're just watching a couple guys playing golf and you're like, oh man, it's Zelda. But
the next live tournament, we're adding that into the races. You can slap the controller out of somebody's hand.
Crowd control. You have to just throw it.
We've had people's children do almost that during races. So it's
wasn't
not
that Grand Figure versus bitch at GDQ when the console got stomped?
Oh, yeah. It was the ground near the console. It wasn't damaged.
Yeah.
I try to avoid doing races when my kids are awake.
Yeah. So JSR, made it to the finals. You have Green Mario next week. Your thoughts?
I mean, he's the best in the world. I can only prepare as much as I can and hope I'm playing well that day. And I mean, it'll be an honor to race him. Like you mentioned earlier in the 2018 tournament, he was a new guy, and I mean, I could just tell watching him, you know, that he was going to be great someday. I didn't know how great, but now I look up at him and I'm just in awe at what he can do. And I suppose it's nice to be the underdog in a tournament like this. I mean, I pretty much had that tag this entire time because I was not playing well coming into this, and it's no pressure. You know, if I get swept, it's GM, you know, but I'm going to try my best to take it 3 and see what happens. It'll be a lot of fun, and I can't wait.
Best of luck. Any final thoughts?
Excitement stuff to watch. Really excited to watch that matchup overall. Good luck to both of them. You know, good luck to you, JSR. You're gonna need a ton of it. Hopefully, you didn't spend it all on me. My 32s.
Anything can happen in a race. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be a formidable opponent for you, and I'm really looking forward to watching you guys battle it out.
Oh yeah,
it should be a lot of fun.
Great.
Thanks everyone. Thanks BTs again for a great race, man, and for all the folks over at ZSR, all the admin for the tournament. I really appreciate all your hard work, and thanks for having us.
Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, that'll be it for us tonight. But if we've been having these short runs. If you like long speed runs, tomorrow we've got us a treat for you. Twilight Princess 100% race, 2 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and we'll see you then.